right? You was busy doing all kinds of other madness and not getting wisdom. So you ended up being spiritually undressed, man. You were not prepared. You were not ready. You were not dressed for the wedding. You were not dressed for the marriage supper. And Adonai saw you. You was at the wedding. Again, this proves you made it into the wilderness by way of the chariot, or you fled Babylon, right? You still made it out of the destruction, and you were brought into the wilderness. That's representation of the marriage supper, man, where you were supposed to be clothed for the wedding. Because what? If everybody who get on the chariot is supposed to go into the promised land, well, why is it that in the wilderness there's going to be a purging? There's going to be a passing under the rod. You see what I'm saying? Not everyone that saith unto me, Adonai, Adonai, man. For what? For with their lips they do honor me. But what? Their heart is far from the Most High, man. Yeah, he gonna take those that are like that in that day. And because your heart is far from the Most High, that means you don't have on that wedding garment, man. You got on strange apparel, spiritually and physically. Man, what if you get delivered and you don't got no fringes on? Like for example, physically, you get delivered, you don't got no fringes on. I saw, yo, man, you better keep them fringes on. Keep them fringes on, man. Matter of fact, I call for a fringe challenge. Wherever you go, whatever you do, keep your fringes on. I don't care if you're going in public, you're going to the grocery store. I don't care if you got to go to work, keep your fringes on, man. Maybe you got to keep them tucked in under your pants or something. Keep them fringes on. That's a challenge. And I'm gonna take that challenge up for myself as well. I need to do better too. Keep them fringes on. This ain't no game, man. You don't want to be delivered with strange apparel on. Because deliverance by way of the chariot does not equal salvation. Nope, there's more to it. I'm showing you the dialogue in the wilderness, man. I'm giving you how it's gonna go down, man. There's gonna be some heads rolling. This ain't no game. You didn't think you done scored a home run. You done hit the baseball out of the damn stadium when you got that chariot ride. But nah, man. See, you didn't hit that home run. Well, I don't really know how baseball go down. But you ended up on third base. You ended up on third base. All bases are loaded. They locked, stocked, and loaded. The bases are loaded, man. The next man is up for bat. Right? Third, all bases is loaded. So that's right before the destruction. Well, nah, that's not before destruction. That's in the wilderness. The bases are loaded. We in the wilderness now, right? The bases are loaded. The man is up for bat. If he hit that home run, all the men that are on the base, they all going and they gonna step on that damn they all gonna walk home. All of them. That's talking about going into the promised land. That's a little parable. Right? But see, it would have been more glorious if he had ran home and slid on to the home base, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, That's how it is, man. The bases is loaded in the wilderness. You gotta get ready, man. You get delivered. What if you get delivered? You got some Nike on. You know your head gonna roll in. Hey, you know what he gonna do? You get delivered, you got some Nike on. But this is what he gonna say, you got some Nike on. Hold on. Matthew 22, verse 12. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Because you know, he couldn't lie. He couldn't say, according to Jeremiah 2:35, I don't have no sin. He couldn't say that. Because he right there in the wedding, right, with some damn Nike on. That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta look and sound like Israelites. Can't play no games, man. We gotta have some fringes on. Or you get delivered with a superhero shirt on. Man, you better not have that. You get delivered and you a damn Captain America t-shirt on, or some Spider-Man, or Superman, Batman, whatever you like to wear. You get delivered and you got strange apparel on at the wedding. You know your head gonna roll. You already know it, man. You gonna be speechless. You know dang well you ain't supposed to be at the wedding with some superhero strange apparel on, man. That's why I rebuke that, man. Yeah, man. Get rid of that, man. Burn your Nike. You know? Burn your superhero clothes, man. You jakes out here want to be Wolverine. Y'all want to be Spider-Man. Most High not playing, man. You come into that wedding with some strange apparel. You better hope you got some fringes on in that day. Listen, man. Just keep your fringes on, man. I gotta do it too, man. I got to, man. I can't play no games, man. Keep them on. You don't know when he coming to deliver his people, man. Don't get lax. Don't get lukewarm. Keep them fringes on. Keep them on, man. Wherever you go. If they mock you, you're gonna see them in the wilderness, and their head gonna roll, and you're gonna get to make their head roll. All praises. Most High willing, you allow them to have your head. He will allow you to make their head roll in the wilderness. Mocking the Most High's people from putting on. See, that's what they want to do. They want to shame you out of being who you are. Damn devils, huh? Alright, they want to shame you out of being who you are. Representing the Most High, represent your nation. Right? That's what they want to do, man. Okay? Matthew, man. 22 verse 13. Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. Didn't I just bring that out in Numbers chapter 14 verses 1 to 3? Y'all cried and wept in the wilderness, man. Talking about it would have been better if y'all had died in Egypt. Y'all worried about y'all wives, man. Y'all children. But the sword was on y'all, man. Numbers chapter 14, verse 3. And wherefore hath Adonai brought us unto this land to fall by the sword. You see that? To fall by the sword. What other sword was there? Because the nations wasn't against y'all in the wilderness. It was the Most High sword. It says, to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey. Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? Right? Now, you know, Most High had, you know, he could have brought the sword. Could have brought the sword on y'all. He could have brought the sword on us by these other nations, you know what I'm saying? All right? Point is, man, you could be brought there just to not pass under that rod. You could be brought in the wilderness to not pass under the rod. Right? Wouldn't that be something? Got that far and don't make it. Hey. Let me go to Luke 19. Matter of fact, let me go to Ezekiel. Back to Ezekiel chapter 20. Ezekiel chapter 20. Ezekiel 20, verse 35, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. Right? Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith Adonai power. Okay? How did he plead with us in the wilderness, man? Let's go back to Numbers. Go back to Numbers, huh? Chapter 14. Numbers 14. Start at verse 11. It says, and Adonai said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me for all the signs which I have shown among them? I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. You see, the Most High was willing to bring pestilence on his people right there in the wilderness. What you think he gonna do again, man? All right, what you think he gonna do again? If he could bring pestilence on you, you know he got a sword, right? You know he got a sword, huh? Verse 12, I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. And Moses said unto Adoniah, then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people and thy might from among them. You see? With a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. That's how he brought his people out of Egypt, and that's how he gonna bring us out of this modern day Egypt, Babylon, aka America again, man. Right? It says, for thou broughtest up this people and thy might from among them, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that Adoniah art among this people, that Adoniah art seen face to face. You see? How is he pleading with us? Face to face, man. See, this is the same thing. He gonna do the same thing. Plead with his people face to face. Make you pass under the rod, test you, man. Better have them wedding garments on. You know what I'm saying? It says, and that thy cloud standeth over them, right? And that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of cloud, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if thou shalt kill all this people, you see that? Adoniah willing to kill y'all in the wilderness, man. Every last one of y'all. And he gonna do it again, man. He gonna plead with you face to face. Right? He gonna plead with you. He could do it by famine, pestilence, the sword, wild beast. That's why I said you gotta be vetted, man. What you think? This is a game? You thought it was all good. You got the chariot ride, or you fled Babylon. Everything sweet, everything peaches and cream now. No, nah. There's more to it. There's more to it, man. It says, Numbers 14 and 15, now if thou shalt kill all this people as one man, right? Then the nations which have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, because Adoniah was not able to bring this people into the land which he sware unto them, therefore he hath slain them in the wilderness. You hear that? Therefore he hath slain them in the wilderness. That's how it's gonna go down, man. So the only reason why Adoniah did not slay his people, because he didn't want there to be a report about him not being able to bring his people into the promised land. Ain't that something? Most High did not want to be reputed as a God that could not deliver his people out of Egypt, huh? You see, here it is, the Most High got the power to deliver you out of Egypt, but because of y'all stubbornness and stiff-neckedness, Adoniah is being given a hard time to just get y'all into the promised land. And you think we don't have a hard time dealing with you Israelites? Even to this day, man, y'all the same stubborn, stiff-necked Israelites, man. Same thing, man. Hard-headed Negroes, man. Don't want to listen. Dang. I'm going to skip down to Numbers chapter 14, verse 26. says, and Adonai spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, how long shall I bear with this evil congregation which murmur against me? I have heard the murmuring of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, as truly as I live, saith Adonai, as ye have spoken in mine ears, so will I do to you. Right? That's talking about when they were complaining and murmuring about dying there in Egypt. That's what he said he gonna do to them. He gonna give them what they want. They wish they had died in the wilderness of Egypt. Guess what? That's what Adonai is gonna do to y'all, man. That's what he gonna do to us. He will allow us to die in that wilderness, man. It's the same thing gonna happen. The scriptures say, like as I pleaded with y'all in the wilderness of Egypt, so will I plead with you again, man. He gonna do it again. All right, Ezekiel 20. Ezekiel 20 verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith Adonai the power. You see that? Like as I pleaded with y'all in the wilderness of Egypt, man, the same thing, man. This is gonna be the second Exodus. How you gonna plead with us again? Face to face, man. Right? This ain't gonna be no easy thing, man. This ain't gonna be no easy task. We're gonna be tried, man. We're gonna be tested. Get ready. We gotta get ready, man. Get ready. You know what I'm talking about? All right, Numbers 14. Verse 29, your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land, concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein. Say Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. You see that? So Caleb was the only one of the older generation of the children of Israel in the wilderness that made it into the promised land. Right? You know, you remember Moses didn't go. Ain't that something? Caleb the only one. You better be a Caleb in that day in the wilderness, man. If you young, you better be a Joshua. Right? Man, it's very few that make it, man. Many are called, but few are chosen. Right? Matthew 22 verse 14. Start at 13. Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot, and take him away and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. You see that? Many are called, but few are chosen. So only Joshua and Caleb got in there, man. And the little children. that were born from the adults of that generation. They only went into the promised land.